After a week of training, it's a beautiful day to be at Animal Kingdom. We are in line for the Navi River journey. This is my aunt's first time to be in Pandora. Her first time to ride the Navi River journey.
Getting toy ship ready.
So Jerry got the hamburger pods here at Satu'li. I had the braised beef and chicken bowl, and my Aunt Brenda had the chicken bowl with noodles. And we're still waiting on my birthday dessert, blueberry cream cheesecake.
It's nothing more exciting to be able to come somewhere and somebody videotape you when you're trying to eat.
I just want to see what it tastes like. And
Tastes like a hamburger. I did think lily pads were pink.
they're all colored. Jerry's having a discussion about the color of lily pads.
Some of them over there are pink.
There's one by that rock down there by itself. So we're leaving Pandora and our wonderful lunch at the Satuli Canteen and are heading into Africa.
Jumbo, everyone. Unfortunately, your trip has been delayed. Bienvenidos a Kilimanjaro Safaris. Para su seguridad, Safari vehicles. We apologize for the inconvenience and thank you for your patience. As soon as we are moving again, we shall work quickly to get you out on your safari. Thank you again.
Take a quick glance above your heads as you'll see an animal spotting guide. You'll see every animal currently upon the spotting guide, but you know, I've got a decent feeling that we should still have at least a decent amount of luck. Right out here does get really bumpy, so it'll be real important for your safety. Please stay seated, keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the truck throughout our entire safari. Now it looks like we're going to make our way into the Little Turi Forest, which is how we're going to begin. The Okapi. Now the Okapi has some interesting zebra-like stripes, but it's actually the second cousin of the giraffe, which you can tell because the shape of its skull is very similar to the shape of a giraffe's skull. Now the stripe pattern on the Okapi is entirely random, which allows them to blend into their surroundings. In fact, they're so successful at blending into their environment, they've even earned the nickname the Ghost of the Forest. Now the reddish antelope off to the left with horns are called the bongos. Both male and female bongos have horns as allowing them to stay hidden as they run through the cover of thick bushes and foliage. While the gray antelope that we saw without horns is called the greater kudu. Now the greater kudu is the second tallest antelope on the Harambe Wildlife Reserve, standing at heights of up to 55 inches or 4 feet 7 inches tall. That greater kudu that we saw is a female, which you can know because only male greater kudu have horns. Now I think I see coming up ahead of us on top of the rocks. It's looks like it's doing some moving. I'll try to see if we can't get a closer view maybe out of the little Terry Forest. However, we are going to continue on this rather lengthy journey of ours. And by continue, I mean we're going to continue on down into the Safi River. In fact, as we head into the Safi River, we can already see some beautiful white birds with gray feathers on the island to the right, who are the pink-backed pelican. These pelicans out here get their name from a pink collar, which is on their backs and extends to their extremities during their mating season. Outside the water on the right is the very famous Nile hippopotamus, also called the hippo. That's quite rare to see it outside the water. Now, the hippo does actually happen to be one of the heavier animals on the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. They can weigh in at up to about 5,500 or 5,500 pounds. I did mention that it is rare to see the hippo outside the water. That's because they spend most of their day submerged underwater, which they do because they are actually a mostly nocturnal animal, preferring to sleep during the day underwater when they are very cool. Ever so slowly make our way down into the savannah proper. We're going to try to see if we can't get a real nice up close and very personal view of each and every single one of all these awesome and amazing animals who use the wide open spaces of the savannah as their home. Antelope here called the sable antelope. Now the sable antelope actually has some special significance to the Harambe Wildlife Reserve because they're actually used as the symbol of our reserve. They're also some of the most protective out of all antelope species, as they typically will sit and stand in a circular formation with their horns facing outwards, so as to much more easily protect themselves from predators. Antelope out here called the eland. They're the largest antelope on the reserve. This one we're passing right by here on the left is actually a female. The other one that we saw just before her is a male. The male eland can stand a little larger than the female. Their average height is around 6 feet tall at the shoulder, for the male that is. They've also got some very large folds in there called a dewlap, which is how they keep cool on a hot day. It also looks like green down here in the dirt, as well as up ahead on the hill. It looks to be a bit of a dazzle. That would be a dazzle of zebras. That's a name for a group of zebras that they get because the striped pattern on a zebra is actually symmetrical from the hind quarters of a zebra and all the way up to their head. And that actually allows them to easily blend into a group of zebras. In fact, they are capable of blending in so well and so successfully that when the light from the sun reflects off their striped pattern, it will actually dazzle the SRO predator, attempting to distinguish one zebra from the whole group. Now, these zebras out here are the Hartman's Mountain species of zebra. They're some of the smaller species of zebras, but they also happen to have the largest heart out of all zebra species. Also looks like we found the tallest animal in the savannah to our right as well. That would be the giraffe. If you were to take a real close look at the pattern on these giraffe to the right, you may notice that the edge to their pattern is very sharp and jagged. That's how you can tell that they are in fact the Maasai species of giraffe. Some other ways you can tell is that the African elephant does actually have some very large ears, which coincidentally is shaped like Africa, the continent. Looks like this elephant here is flapping its ears, meaning that it's either too hot or too cold, although I'm guessing it might be too hot. Each elephant can actually regulate their body temperature up to about 15 degrees by just flapping their ears. They can also eat up to roughly 300 pounds of foliage every single day, which actually caused them to be a bit of a pest problem to a group of farmers over in Kenya. That's because when the elephants would walk too close to the farmers' crops, they actually ate what they perceived as a free buffet. Naturally, that's something those farmers obviously did not like one bit, as they were losing a very large portion of crops to the elephants, so they wanted to get rid of the elephants. But of course, Disney did not want the elephants to lose their habitat, so they do have some knowledge which they learned about elephants right here on the horizon. The most dominant elephant is, that elephant is marked as the alpha male. But of course now it looks as though we are making our way here into a flamboyance. That would be a flamboyance of flamingos. These flamingos out here happen to be the greater flamingo, as they are the largest out of all flamingo species. They're also the least pink flamingo as well. Granted, that's not because they are pink when they hatch, as actually all flamingos are gray shortly after hatching. They won't get the pink color in their feathers until they've eaten just enough beta carotene and other carotenoids found in their diet. Now, their diet does consist mainly of things like mollusks, crustaceans, algae, and even shrimp, all of which are found on the bottom of their habitat, making them in fact a bottom-feeding animal. It does also mean that yes, it is in fact the shrimp which turns their feathers pink, and the black rhino that we saw earlier means that they can charge it up to about 35 miles per hour. So a group of rhinos, of course, would be called a crash of rhinos. Now, the white rhino does actually get their name not for their skin color, it's actually named for their wide jaw, which is very useful for eating the grass and other foliage which grows on the ground, thus making them a grazing animal. In fact, it was even the Dutch who named them, as they called them the Weide rhino, using the Dutch word for wide, weide, to describe their wide jaw. That word weide was then translated into the Afrikaans language as the word weit, which was then mistranslated into English as the word white. So that's how they became known as the white rhino. So friends, I'll bring you in and present you a small herd of adorable Nigerian dwarf goats watching over the camp of our vacationing rangers. Now these goats, if you were to look them real close and in their eyes, you may notice that they have a rectangular pupil, which gives them a very wide peripheral vision, far wider than an animal with circular pupils, such as ourselves would have. That's why I like to say they're very perceptive animals. They're also the only animal in the Harambe Wildlife Reserve that you can pet while you're at Disney's Animal Kingdom. If you'd like to pet one of those goats, all you gotta do is make your way into the Harambe village and look for Rafiki Final Watch. So I inspire you to get involved in any way you can, because honestly, if you don't, you really will. If you decide to help us at Disney's Animal Kingdom, there's an easy way to do so. Simply approach any sort of merchandise location that you can find in the Harambe village, and Disney will actually match any donation given dollar for dollar and cent for cent. That's a 100% match of whatever you decide to donate, which I think is so very cool if I say so myself.
Thank you so much. Hope you're all having this beautiful time in the amazing weather in the Animal Kingdoms. So, namaste all.
So thank you for joining us today as we had our adventure in Animal Kingdom for my 55th birthday week. Remember, you have the this one life to live, so go out and capture your moments. So we decided to stop here in Celebration at Upper Crust Pizza and grab a pizza to take home to continue the birthday celebration week. And we just made some plans for tomorrow as well. So I told many of you that Celebration is the town that Disney built. I believe back in 1994. And there's still some evidence, although they've sold it, but there's still some evidence of its Disney years. Jerry's carrying the goods.
We're gonna try New York pizza in Florida.
What?
We're gonna test a New York pizza made in Florida.
Now, Brenda and I, my aunt, we have ate at Upper Crust twice in Santa Fe, New Mexico. It's my aunt's favorite pizza. We were delighted to find that Celebration has an Upper Crust, and so we got one to take home after our trip to Animal Kingdom today. Don't you let the pizza slip out of your hands or off of your belly.
Belly's good and tight.
He hasn't had pizza in a while.